Today, I'm making a scrunchie with some Sashiko stitches on it. I found these beautiful fabrics at an antique market at Fudaten Temple. This specific piece might be shibori dyed, and it feels like chirimen, which is a traditional Japanese crepe silk fabric often used for kimonos. It has a lovely puckered surface, and I really love the repeating square grid patterns on it. I need a rectangular piece of fabric that's 80 centimeters wide by 13 centimeters high. First, I'll cut each piece of fabric to the desired height, and then I'll stitch them together so the final piece is wide enough. Since this fabric is quite slippery and hard to handle, I'm going to carefully pin the pieces together. For the Sashiko stitches, I'll be using this mushroom beige thread. I recently learned the correct way to cut a bundle of Sashiko thread. You find the part where the string is knotted together, go to the exact opposite end and cut right through the loop. Then you pass the bundle through the paper cylinder. The cylinder keeps everything perfectly in place, allowing you to pull a single piece of thread out at a time without it getting tangled. It's very smart. I'm using a double thread today for a chunkier look, and I'm starting with a zigzag pattern. Personally, I like the look of imperfect, messy stitches, so I'm just freestyling it. Just a little more background on the antique market. It's located in an area in Tokyo called Chofu, and the market had quite a few stalls selling cutouts of old kimono fabrics and various kimono accessories. I actually bought the fabric that I used to make the mini noren for my cat, so check out that video if you haven't already. Now I'm going to stitch some square patterns on each side of the zigzag to emphasize and match the square grid pattern that's already on the fabric. I'm going to stitch the vertical lines first, and then stitch the horizontal lines to make up the squares after. Now that the stitching is done and I have a long enough piece of fabric, I'm going to fold it in half, inside out, iron it, and clip it together. I'm also going to fold the right hem in by about 1 centimeter and clip that down too. Next, I'll sew along the seam line about 0.5 centimeters from the top using a back stitch to secure it, and this will create my fabric tube. Once that's done, I'll turn the tube right side out, my favorite part. I'll cut a piece of elastic roughly the size of my wrist and guide it right through the fabric tunnel. It helps to clip a safety pin onto one side to guide it through. To secure the elastic, I'm just going to zigzag back and forth across the overlapping ends in 2 different spots, like this, making sure it's stable and strong. Finally, I'm going to tuck the raw edge into the side we folded earlier and join the ends together using a slip stitch. This was actually the hardest part for me because the fabric is so fiddly. I was fully prepared for my messy stitches to show, but thankfully, when I pulled the thread tight, they disappeared cleanly. And that's it. I love how the square stitches show up on the fabric and the oversized look is perfect. I'll be wearing this all summer long. Kawaii!